listening to Matt Connarton Unleashed on WMNH 95.3. You are listening to WMNH 95.3.
World premiere.
Right now, we have a Matt Connarton Unleashed world radio premiere. This comes out August 14th, but you are going to hear it here first. This is the new single from Tuesday Night Whites. It's called Red Tree.
You said you'd meet me in the summertime. My face was melting, it's not even 5. But when we get back to the other side, then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. Then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. Then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. Then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. She said to me, meet Mercury. That's where I'll be. Summertime, I took it all and now my hands are tied. But when we get back to the other side, then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. Then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. Then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. Then tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. She said to me, come alive. And tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. And tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. And tonight, oh tonight is when we come alive. She said to me, meet Mercury. That's where I'll be.
Oh, I love that song. I love that. That is called Red Tree. The band is Tuesday Night Whites. They are from the UK, and that is brand new. It comes out August 14th, but you heard it here first before anybody else right here on Matt Connarton Unleashed. Of course, we are from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious Manchester, New Hampshire. And you can stream the show from anywhere. Go to mattconnerton.com/unleashed for an updated list of your live streaming options, social media links, contact info, show archives, etc., etc. Today is Saturday, August 8th, 2026, and I'm not alone.
Good morning, sunshine.
Jenny is here at the news table. First time in a long time.
It has been a while. I have missed home.
Well, you've been very, very busy.
I'm happy to be home. Yes, I have been very busy. There's a lot going on. Definitely go check out JennCoffey.com if you want to keep up on all the trouble I get into. Good trouble, that is.
Yes, absolutely. I do want to say too, just for our live listeners, if you tried going to the WMNHradio.org website to stream the show this morning, if you are listening live, it's not working, not because of anything having to do with WMNH actually, but because of the service that we use that distributes our live stream. It's not working on the WMNH website, but if you go to mattconnerton.com/live and click that link, that is working. So if you're currently listening to the show somewhere else, of course we stream to YouTube and Facebook
and Good Morning Australia.
And Australia, yes,
Good morning.
Our friends in Australia, and they can hear us because they get the raw audio stream there. But depending on how you're listening to the show, if you tried to listen to it at the WMNHradio.org website and it wasn't working, we use a service called Radio Jar, and they're having a problem on their end. It has nothing to do with us, but the stream is still going out, so you can still stream the show live. You just can't necessarily stream it on the WMNH site right now if you're listening live on Saturday morning. So if you go to mattconnerton.com/live, though, that link does get you to the feed. You might already be there, but if you happen to be streaming the show on social media and you just want the audio feed, you have one less option today as far as how you can get it. But again, it's got nothing to do with us. It's a Radio Jar problem. That's a service that we use here and that I've used also for my own stream for probably the better part of 10 years now. We don't usually have any issues with it, but just so you know, in case anyone's confused, if anyone went to WMNHradio.org and said, why isn't it working? It's not our fault, I promise. It's got nothing to do with us. But, of course, you can stream the show, like I said, mattconnerton.com/live. We're currently streaming to YouTube and other social media, Facebook, and we even stream the show to LinkedIn, which some people think is odd, but why not? It's an option, right? But we do have a great show for you today. Coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to be joined by Dillon Jones, all the way from Utah, country artist. We don't have a lot of country artists on the show, but we did do a world radio premiere for his single Town Like Mine a couple of months ago, and he's going to be calling in. He is calling. He didn't travel. He's not traveling all the way here to speak to us. In the second hour, Echo Ray will be here with us live in studio. She promotes a lot of music from the area, and always she's very, very active in that, so we like having her on, talking to her. And then in the third hour, Lou Antonucci returns to the show, and this might be, I don't know, today's appearance might put him in the Five Timers Club. I'm not actually sure.
Ooh.
Maybe.
A new member might be about to happen.
Maybe. It's either going to be his fourth or fifth appearance on the show. I was trying to remember that last week. He's been on quite a bit because I remember the first time he was on, it's been a few years since his first appearance on the show because it was at the old studio when we were on Elm Street. So he's been on a bunch. But we always enjoy talking with him. So we have a very busy show for you today. I also want to mention, and I want to say thank you to Will and Lexi from Sepsis. They had me as a guest on their podcast this week, The Sepsis Show. They interviewed me.
Fun.
Yeah, that was, I really enjoyed that.
I loved watching it. It was really good. The entire episode was great.
Yeah. And they actually, leading up to the interview, they do a lot of segments kind of similar to what we do here. When we have time between our musical guests, when we talk about music industry news, they do a lot of that on the Sepsis Show as well. So it's very informative in that way. And then the interview is at the end of the show. So check out their YouTube channel. Just go on YouTube, look for the Sepsis Show. You'll find it. You can find the segment with me, or if you just want the segment with me, although again, I do encourage you to check out the whole show, but I did post the segment on my social media, specifically with my interview, as well as on the IPM Nation YouTube channel. They gave me permission to do that. They said fair use, do with it what you want. It helps everybody. So that is up. Oh, hello to Andrew Brown in Dublin, listening to us from Dublin, local radio there. Hello, Andrew.
Welcome. And a big shout out to Julie in Denver, my lifesaver. I do love you, and I love that you are here with us.
Yes, hello to Julie in Denver, Colorado. Yeah, we have listeners all over. Of course, we love our listeners locally here in Manchester, New Hampshire at 95.3 FM. But, it is we do live in an era where you can get anything anywhere, really. Well, I mean, I'm sure there are places in the world where you're not allowed to listen to us, but
North Korea,
you probably cannot hear the show in North Korea.
Yeah.
They keep a tight control on what streams there. You know.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, their world is very, very controlled.
Yes, absolutely. But most places in the world you can get the show. So everything is, that's why I always laugh when, I used to laugh. I don't know if he says it anymore, but our friend Glenn R.J. Willett, he used to talk about being global. And it's like, well, Glenn, if you're on the internet, I mean, everything's global. If you're on the internet. But I should mention too, I haven't posted the picture yet. I did run into recently at the post office our friend Willett Glenn, the artist. Congratulations to Willett Glenn, the artist, who apparently is going on a big tour.
Artist formerly known as Glenn?
Yeah.
Or the People's Mayor?
Willett Glenn, the artist, is his official name.
Willett Glenn, the artist. That's kind of an interesting ring to it.
He told me all about how it's funny, he didn't mention the name, but he said there's a big Nashville artist he's going to be opening for, going on a big tour. His face will be on the tour bus. And very, very excited for Willett Glenn, the artist.
Did you know he was born on a bridge? And they didn't know if he was Canadian or American?
That is the story he has been telling since the day I met him, and I've known him for probably 20 years now. Yes. Willett Glenn, the artist, formerly known as Glenn Willett, Glenn R.J. Willett, the People's Mayor. He
not a manger.
He says that he was born on a bridge. On a bridge that connects the United States and Canada. And because he was born on the bridge, he has dual citizenship because he's neither Canadian nor American. He is both. So that's what he's been telling us for 2 decades. And probably longer. We do. We love. You can hear him every Thursday on the morning show with Peter White, of course. The morning show with Peter White weekdays, of course, from 7 to 9 a.m. here on WMNH. And Glenn is a regular fixture there on Thursday mornings.
Is that the day that they play games?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to tune back in and hear that.
But
if I get up early enough. The problem is the morning show. Sometimes I'm just not up early.
Yeah, I'm usually I'm working when it's on, but I get to hear bits and pieces of it. But I did hear a pretty entertaining segment with Glenn recently where he got a bit upset, which I texted Peter about later in the day. I said, "Dude, that was gold." I've said this many times.
Now, what was upsetting?
I don't know. He's just Peter was getting under his skin a little bit, but I do love.
He has a way of doing that, you know.
I love the dynamic, and I've always loved the dynamic between Peter White and our friend Willett Glenn, the artist. I just think it's a lot of fun. And there's a lot of history there. And there's some great segments that you can find on YouTube.
And there was a really fun segment that was on right before your show this morning. So, of course, good morning, Easy. We love you. You were quite highlighted in this morning's episode.
Well, yeah, Saturday mornings, if you don't know, we play classic episodes of the morning show here on WMNH. So we got to hear something from 2021 that featured Easy G. Right now, what we're going to do, though, we're going to play the single from Dillon Jones. It's called Town Like Mine. Again, you heard it here first. A couple of months ago, we did a world radio premiere for this. And then we're going to have Dillon Jones. He's going to be calling the studio line any minute. So we'll get him on, and then we'll talk with him. Again, I believe he is in Utah. Which is, well, so it's early for him. But you know what? He grew up on a ranch. He's used to get
like 2 hours behind
getting
us?
up early. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which. Probably, yeah. But so we'll be talking with him in just a few minutes. Dillon Jones coming right up. But here it is. This is called Town Like Mine.
Disappeared before my time. It wasn't too long after that you could call without a line. And this world spins so fast I just can't keep up. I wish I could turn back time just by getting in my truck and drive to those small towns that drive cows and have stock dogs running around. Ones that don't have stoplights shining bright, and there's still some open ground. The ones that you can get out fishing fishing or hunting anytime. Everybody wants a town like mine. Hank Williams and George Jones still sing on the radio. It's where the front door stays unlocked at everybody's home. An old farmer's on his tractor, hauling out a load down Main Street in the summer heat, blocking both lanes of the road. In those small towns that drive cows and have stock dogs running around, ones that don't have stoplights shining bright, and there's still some open ground. The ones that you can get out fishing or hunting anytime. Everybody wants a town like mine. It's where those wildflowers grow on both sides of the road. It's where you couldn't wait to leave, but now you want to get back home. To those small towns that drive cows, have stock dogs running around, the ones that don't have stoplights shining bright, and there's still some open ground. The ones that you can get out fishing or hunting anytime. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of them, they're getting hard to find. Those small towns that drive cows and have stock dogs running around, ones that don't have stoplights shining bright, and there's still some open ground. The ones that you can get out fishing or hunting anytime. Everybody wants a town like mine. I said everybody wants a town like mine. Those 9 to 5s paid a little more, 'cause so far these dreams ain't made it out the door. And every day I listen to the life I love, singing covers of the ones I trust. And the lights are on in a stage across town, and some big names throwing his lyrics down. I got an old guitar that I've come to love, with high hopes I'll be right up with those big shots who made it in the heartland, scrubbing away like some Nashville band, dreaming someday I can be in that the truth is gaining heart and soul from folks' reviews. And the lights are on in a stage across town. I'm throwing my lyrics down. I got my whole guitar that I've come to love. With high hopes I'll be right up with those big shots. You made it in the heartland, strumming away like some Nashville band. Dreaming someday I can be. I'm dreaming someday I can be. I'm dreaming someday I can be at that celebrity club.
All right, that is called a Celebrity Club, and that is Dillon Jones. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I was talking about you a little bit before we played Town Like Mine. Do you currently live in Utah still?
I do, yeah. I'm from a small town called Leeds. I was actually born and raised there, and about a year and a half ago was able to purchase property and come back. So.
Oh, outstanding. Now, you grew up on a ranch, correct?
Yeah, so the family, we raised quarter horses mostly for rodeo and ranch work. And it started years ago. My dad's been in the business for about 30 years. They had a piece of property in Colorado where they would guide elk hunts. And in order to do that successfully, they needed some good horses to pack and to ride and go through the country. So they started buying good horses and then moved the operation down here after they sold the Colorado ranch, and we've been doing it ever since.
Now, I'm curious about, I don't know a lot about this, but I've always assumed that it's very, very hard work and that it's not, and I'm kind of showing my age when I say this, but, I grew up watching the shows like Dallas where they make it look like, very glamorous on the ranch. But I assume it's incredibly hard work and it probably takes an implacable work ethic. But, tell me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right on the money. It kind of depends on what you dedicate yourself to, but we're, a working farm and ranch. So we grow our own hay and put that up for the winter. We have cows, we have sheep and chickens and everything else in between. And then the horses side of things, we'll raise the colts until they're, about a year old, and then most of them will sell and go into rodeo homes, and the rest of them we keep and start training ourselves and get riding and work on the shows later. So it's a lot of work, and it's a family effort right now. I've got 5 siblings and my parents that all live close by, and we all pitch in and make the ranch work.
Wow. What time is it there, by the way? I assume it's because you must be used to getting up pretty early. I was commenting to Jenny earlier that you're at least 2 hours behind us, I think, right?
Yeah, we're about 7:30 right now, but I've been up for about an hour.
Yeah. So yeah, that's no problem for you, certainly. So do you think? When did you start playing music? Did I read correctly that you started learning to be a musician at 6 years old? Is that correct?
Yeah, so my family kind of had like a bluegrass band growing up, and I did percussion and ukulele when I was that young, and my sister's a phenomenal fiddle player, actually. She had scholarships to universities and was first chair from her freshman year, so really, really phenomenal. And I was kind of just the backup guitar player for her for a lot of years, and then she eventually got married and moved out of the house, and so I was sitting there with the guitar wondering what to do with it and decided to learn how to sing. So
that was the beginning of that. Now, does she still play?
She does. She actually usually plays in the band with us. She had a baby recently, so she's kind of on maternity leave. But
gotcha.
Yeah, she's just phenomenal.
Bluegrass is impressive because many years ago, I worked for a concert promoter who had booked Ricky Skaggs to play a show in Concord,
nice.
New Hampshire. Yeah, this was, and I don't know. Is he still around, Ricky Skaggs?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, because this would have been quite some time ago. again, showing my age a little bit, but at least, more than a couple of decades. But he had booked, this promoter that I worked for had booked Ricky Skaggs to play this theater show in Concord, New Hampshire. And I'd never really listened to, I'd always been aware of bluegrass. And of course I respect all genres of music, but I'd never seen a bluegrass band live or anything. And I just remember being there at the show watching, because I know, he's had some mainstream success and whatnot, but he's also, like bluegrass, I think is where, at least my impression is, that's where Ricky Skaggs, that's where his heart really is. And I'm watching him with this bluegrass band on stage, and it really caused me to, just that experience, really have a whole new level of respect for what they were doing, because I'm thinking, I'm a musician. I play bass. I've played in some rock bands, but I'm watching this bluegrass band play, and I'm thinking that looks really difficult. What they're doing, both individually and together as a group, to me looks very complicated, and it really impressed me. And I came away from that experience with a whole new respect for bluegrass.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to be proficient at, and I would not call myself a fantastic bluegrass player still. I can hold my own on a stage, but yeah, it's its own animal with the, flat picking and even the rhythm on guitar for that's just really, really difficult. And then usually they're just in front of like a canned mic, and so y'all have to kind of balance your own tone and volume based on where you stand and try not to get in the other person's way. It's quite intricate, but it's super fun. Yeah,
that's interesting too. What you said about they're around a mic, a single mic. I hadn't even thought about that part, but yeah, that's true. There's a real art and a skill to that. So you started playing really young. Like, when did you begin writing your own songs? Do you know? Can you put a?
Yeah, that didn't come until years later. So
yeah,
I started into college, and by then, my sister had moved out, and so I was kind of playing and singing my own stuff. Just a lot of like 90s covers is what I like singing and listening to.
Yeah.
And then I'd always had this appreciation for chicken picking. And I mean, every day I'd just try to figure out how in the world to do that. Well, I finally bought a telly when I was 22 or 23.
Mm-hmm.
And I started picking it up, learned some Dwight Yoakam songs and just that type of thing, and then decided to start performing a little bit. So we started a cover band for 90s country, and then a few years into that is when I started writing songs. And the very first song I ever wrote was the Celebrity Club. I don't know if you've heard that one yet.
That's the one we just played right before we talked to you. Yeah. So that was the first song you ever wrote.
Yeah.
Oh.
And what happened is I got invited to open up for a guy named John Ford Coley, who is best known as England Dan. And I'd actually never heard of him, regretfully, but I was invited to open for his show, and I went and played, and it was really cool and just had a really fun experience. And I had about a 15-minute drive home, and that chorus came to me in full on that drive.
Yeah.
And a few months later, it finally worked out the rest of it, but that was the first time I ever tried writing a song, and it worked out pretty good, so I started writing more.
Okay. Well, yeah, you got off to a great start, and getting to play with John Ford Coley, that's it's easy to see how that would be a big inspiration for you. You also performed with the St. George Symphony. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that's mostly due to my sister.
Oh.
So it was her senior year, and she had her, kind of showcase performance as her graduating part of music. And so she convinced her professor to let her do The Devil Went Down to Georgia with the Symphony. And with that, they needed somebody to sing it and somebody that could kind of do justice to country. So they asked me to step in, and I played guitar and sang The Devil Went Down to Georgia with the St. George Symphony.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, that's pretty cool. Is there is that online anywhere? Like, is there video of that?
I would have to track it down. I would assume there is, but I haven't went looking for it.
Yeah. Oh, that would just be cool to see. I mean, I assume it went well.
Yeah, it went really well.
Yeah.
They didn't know what was coming with the symphony playing that, but they did a really good job.
Oh, that's cool. Is it difficult to balance everything that you're doing? Because obviously you're very busy, as we discussed briefly earlier, the work that you do is challenging. I would imagine. I mean, is it hard to fit everything all in?
Yeah, it really is. Apart from the ranch, I actually own a little service company that does like window cleaning and Christmas lights and pool cleaning and things like that.
Oh.
And so that's where I make most of my cash flow, and then I can, spend my free time doing music stuff.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the ranch and everything too. And completely independent as of right now, just kind of working my own schedule. And the nice thing about it, though, is that I do have my parents that help out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My dad actually drums for me most of the time, and my mom plays bass.
Oh, wow.
And then when I have my sister on the fiddle, it's pretty easy to book gigs and go out and play. So, yeah, on that aspect, they've really made it easy to do music, which is nice.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, yeah, and obviously it's always helpful when you decide you want to be a musician and you want to do that professionally. It's helpful when you have family members who are supportive, because not everyone's family is, but you've got that plus more, right? Because they're not only supportive, but they're actively participating. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really good for that.
That's amazing. I would imagine, is it easy as far as, there must be, because you're family, there's probably something almost intuitive, I would imagine, about how you come together in terms of learning the songs, playing the songs, how you gel together on stage. I mean, does that make it easier, do you think, that because you're family?
Yeah, it's so much easier, and it's interesting. We'll have a lot of people after shows come up to us and just say that there was something different because they could tell that we just clicked, especially with my sister. She'll do harmony vocals for me, and I'll let her sing some good female vocal country songs too, and we just bounce back and forth so easy. And I mean, if we mess up, usually people don't know because we just start playing whatever the other person is playing and cover it up. And
yeah.
It makes it really, really easy to perform that way just because we've spent so much time together. We can read the cues. We can, yeah, it's really nice. And I've played with other people, and it works well, but it takes a lot more practice.
Mm-hmm.
And then, doing improv and stuff's a lot harder, too, with just a hired group because they don't really know where your brain's going and things. So, yeah, having family play is definitely the best thing.
Now, how has it worked with her being out? Because, obviously, you mentioned her having a baby. Do you have a different fiddle player who plays with you, or are you taking a break from live shows until she's able to come back, or how does that work?
Yeah, we because we started putting out music, I've actually had a massive influx of live shows in the area.
Good.
And so I've got a pedal steel player out here. He's probably the only one in southern Utah. Found him at this random little show that I played years ago and asked if he wanted to join the band. So if he's available, he's there most of the time. And then there's another one that a fiddle player, I think he played for the Bar G Wranglers at one point. And he's also kind of a tour guide and stuff, so he's not always around. But if he's in town, he'll come and play with me every time. So, and then I play my own lead guitar, so if I actually have to, I can make the show a little exciting with the trio band. But yeah, I definitely like another aspect of music there. So
that must be cool, though, that you can sort of work in different configurations. I've always, I'm not active anymore as far as playing, but I played in a lot of bands, but I never played in a band where you could have different configurations depending on, who was available or what might work for the venue or whatever it is, and be able to take the existing songs and just sort of adapt them like you're able to do. That must be cool too. I would imagine there's something sort of liberating because it gives you a certain flexibility that you might not have if you were in a different kind of band.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I've got this bass player who's written some blues stuff, and if we're out on a show and I'm either sung out or we don't have the fiddle or something, I'll just let him take the mic and we'll just jam out on a blues song for 5 or 6 minutes. And yeah, it's really easy to just kind of mold around the music and the song rather than be so stuck in a show that you can't perform. So
right,
it is liberating that way. And in the other aspect, I think it's nice to kind of have the leisure and freedom to play venues that are really forgiving that way, where they're just there to hear good music. They're not really coming for this A-list show from Dillon Jones. They're coming to see who this kid is and if he can play music. So
Yeah.
It's really fun to just be a musician. So.
Excellent. So what's kind of the long-term trajectory for you? We have some singles that you sent us. Are these, do you have an EP on the way or a full album, or are you going to continue releasing singles, do you think, or what's kind of your long-term plan?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and I'm having a little bit of difficulty figuring out what to do just based on the way music performs nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got 6 songs already made, 2 more to be released. But I'm heading to Nashville again today, and I'll be cutting another 4 songs.
Oh.
And then at that point, they're all kind of cowboy, rodeo, western themed. So I'm thinking maybe doing more of like a waterfall release into an EP album.
Mm-hmm.
Singles seem to do really, really well in today's statistics. Just they each get their own moment in the spotlight and perform well, because you throw an album out, they may only get through 2 or 3 songs and then never hear the rest. And I love all my songs, so I want each one to be able to get heard. So whether I do singles or an EP is still a question, but I've got another 4 that we're recording this upcoming week, and they'll be out in the next few months, I think. So.
Oh, fantastic! So you're going to Nashville to do that. What the ones that we've been playing already, were those also recorded there in Nashville?
They were, yeah. And really, Nashville is just such a fun place. It's just got the best of the best as far as musicians go, but really it's the session players I think are the most valuable there for us. Because I could sit down there and I could beat with a hammer on a song for 100 hours and still only come up with 70% of what these guys come up with. So
right.
It's just really nice to go in there. I can show them my song, tell them exactly what I'm thinking, and they'll play it just, it's just right the first time that they play it. So, in that aspect, that's why I do Nashville, and they're really, really good, and they're good to work with me, and I may not be streamlined country right now, but they understand the vibe I'm going for, and they're willing to make it happen. So
right, no doubt. Is it intimidating at all going there?
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah.
I have a friend. So I got into Nashville because I was playing up at Bryce Canyon as kind of a filler for a summer.
Yeah.
The Bryce Canyon Wranglers is what they're called.
Okay.
Tim Gates is the lead singer up there. He's also in Due West's band. And he had a lead guitar player that's been with him for a while that I met out there. And we just really hit it off. Like every day I was up there, we'd spend most of the day just playing guitar and jamming back and forth. He'd teach me something. And so I ended up flying out to Nashville and staying at his house. And he kind of introduced me to the whole scene. And then Tim, he was able to hook me up with the engineer. And they're just such good people out there. It's intimidating because they're so talented,
right?
But they love music so much that they're not that judgmental about it. They really invite you in, and as long as you're willing to work on good music, they're willing to do it with you. So
yeah, no, that's excellent. That's exciting. Well, Dillon, this has been wonderful. In a moment, I think we're going to end the segment with one more of the songs that you sent us. Love Ain't What It Used to Be, another great song. But where's the best place for people to go online to keep up with everything, all things Dillon Jones? Where should people go online to keep up with what you're doing?
Yeah, the website right now is dillonjonesband.com, DILLON. I'm also on social media, Dillon Jones Country. But yeah, if you search any of those things online, you should be able to find it. But I keep a live list of all of our upcoming shows and things like that. So if you ever want to try to find us or see where we're playing, that's a good place to start.
Outstanding. Well, Dillon, this has been wonderful. And listen, when you've got, because obviously you've got more new music coming up, so we'd love to feature it here when it's ready. And of course, we'll have you back on the show to talk all about it. So it's been wonderful talking with you today. And thanks you again. Thank you for joining us at what for you is an early hour, but then again, actually, and for you, I mean in your time zone, but actually it's not early for you because You're used to getting up early, so.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. This was really great.
Absolutely. We'll do it again in the future. We'll talk to you soon. And Dillon, thank you again so much. Take care.
You too. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. That is Dillon Jones all the way from Utah. And we're going to give this a spin. This is another great song from his. I love his voice. Dillon Jones, this is called Love Ain't What It Used to Be.
We've been together 3 years now. Looking back, I still don't know somehow. You stand beside me and support me like no one else around. Yeah, you know what love's about. I thought it was a July sunrise, campfires at night, and fishing as the sun went down. Thought it was a porch swing, diamond ring, stars that you can see, and kicking dust way past town. I knew what I was searching for when I set out to leave. But girl, you make me see that love ain't what it used to be. Slow dancing in the living room. It's in the way you say I love you. Yeah, that home in 80 acres with a painted red front door don't matter anymore. I thought it was a July sunrise, campfires at night, and fishing as the sun went down. Thought it was a porch swing, diamond ring, stars that you can see, and kicking dust way past town. I knew what I was searching for when I set out to leave. But girl, you make me see that love ain't what it used to be. Saying is I'm glad I was wrong. It's more than just a July sunrise, campfires at night, and fishing as the sun goes down. It's more than just a porch swing, diamond ring, stars that you can see, and kicking dust way past town. Yeah, I knew what I was searching for when I set out to leave. Girl, you make me see that love ain't what it used to be. No, it ain't what it used to be. It's more than it used to be.
Love Ain't What It Used to Be. That is Dillon Jones. And thank you again to Dillon Jones for joining us this morning on the show. Coming up in hour number 2, we have Echo Ray is going to be here, the Rockin' Redhead. And then in the third hour, Lou Antonucci will be here with us today. Let's see. Gulkazian, also known as David Gulkazian from Replaced by Robots, posted there's a big show coming up. This is actually tonight at Terminus Underground in Nashville, New Hampshire. Replaced by Robots, Gossip Caller, and Cryin' Caleb Tonight, doors open at 7, 21 plus BYOB. Of course, we love our friends at Terminus Underground, Eleanor and Andre. That's such a great venue, and that's all going to be tonight. It just so happens, and this is a coincidence. I didn't do this on purpose, I promise you. But if you are watching online, I happen to be wearing my Replaced by Robots shirt because we do love Replaced by Robots, and I think we're going to play. Well, I should actually play a Replaced by Robots song. We have time. And but that is tonight. Again, Terminus Underground in Nashville, New Hampshire. Replaced by Robots, Gossip Caller, and Crying Caleb. And of course, Replaced by Robots has been on the show. Also, Crying Caleb has. I'm not familiar with Gossip Caller, but that looks like a great show. So please support, of course, Terminus Underground, a great local venue in Nashua. And I think we should play. We'll play Lonely Nights. That's actually my personal favorite Replaced by Robots song. And then after that, we're going to show some love to our amazing sponsors here at WMNH. And then coming up, Echo Ray, the Rockin' Redhead, will be with us in hour number 2, Numero Dos. So if you are listening live on Saturday, there is plenty still to come. Don't go anywhere.
The Alzheimer's Foundation of America is holding a free educational conference on September 16th as part of its Educating Across America tour to provide New Hampshire residents with information about brain health, caregiving, early detection, support services, and more. It will take place at the Bedford Event Center. Learn more or register for the free Alzheimer's educational program by visiting alzfdn.org.
Nana's Kitchen and Pizzeria.
From Nana's hands to your plate, tradition, love, and taste that's great. Slow fermented dough, flavor so true. Each bite a story made just for you.
603-232-9366. Nana's Kitchen and Pizzeria, 15 Dartmouth Drive, Auburn, New Hampshire.
Nana's Kitchen and Pizzeria.
Luigi's Pizza Bar and Grill.
Pizza for everyone. Let's raise a slice on high.
toppings all around. It's a pizza party, oh my.
Luigi's Pizza Bar and Grill, 712 Valley Street, Manchester. Come on in or call 622-1021. Luigi, keeping the tradition alive since 1975.
Pizza for everyone. Come join the feast tonight. With each slice and topping, everything feels so right.
In times of crisis, you need a law firm that stands by your side. With over 40 years of experience, Craig & Getsoulis is dedicated to fighting for your rights. As former state prosecutors, our attorneys have the knowledge and trial experience to provide an aggressive defense against any charge, from DUIs to homicides. If you've been injured, our compassionate team will assess your case and fight for the compensation you deserve. Serving all of New Hampshire, Craig & Getsoulis is here when you need us most. Visit CraigGetsoulis.com for a free consultation. Craig & Getsoulis, your advocates, your allies.
Bring your kitchen to life with Queen City Cabinetry. Located at 87 Elm Street in the historic Sunbeam Mall in Manchester. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They can be reached at 603-222-2007 or on the web at QueenCityCabinetryNH.com. Come see the possibilities. Queen City Cabinetry, another proud sponsor of WMNH.
Hey everyone, this is Rob Azevedo, host of Granite State of Mind, and I want to tell you about Pembroke City Limits in the historic Suncook Village. PCL is an award-winning bar, restaurant, and music venue where there's live music 5 days a week and twice on Saturdays. Everything from blues, country, folk, funk, and a whole lot of jazz. We have 12 craft beers on tap dedicated to local brewers in the area and some of the friendliest bartenders around. Please come visit Pembroke City Limits at 134 Main Street in the historic Suncook Village, only 6 miles outside of Manchester. Open Tuesdays to Wednesdays, 4 to 10, Thursdays to Sunday, 11 to 10. Pembroke City Limits, where it's all about the music.
Diz's Cafe is the place to put a smile on your face. Judy and the crew will take care of you. Bring your appetite and treat your taste buds right. Diz's Cafe is always a winning choice. Breakfast, lunch, or supper. Diz's Cafe at 860 Elm Street in downtown Manchester. Dine in, take out, or make a reservation. Call 603-606-2532. Eat, drink, and be happy. Diz's Cafe.
When it comes to keeping WMNH on the air and your own personal or business computer needs, trust Groland Computers. Located on Elm Street in Manchester, Groland handles computer repair, virus removal, and custom-built systems. Are you looking for budget-friendly options? Check out our selection of fully inspected used computers. We offer tailored on-site solutions. No unnecessary expenses here. Visit Groland.com or call Groland Computers at 603-645-0101. Your tech, your way. Trust Groland Computers.
Midnight. 7 times out of 10, we listen to our music at night. Thus spawned the title of this program.
Late Night Delight with DJ Midas, right here on WMNH Manchester.
You want to know why? Because I'm on the radio.
Saturdays and Sunday nights, midnight to 4 a.m.
This hour on WMNH is sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 5 Dartmouth Drive in Auburn. They serve all your business needs, including employee benefits planning, corporate design and business administration, investments and wealth management, and customized business insurance solutions. Their phone number is 866-841-4600 or on the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com.
Behold the harmony of airwaves as you immerse yourself in the captivating frequencies of WMNH-LP, the sonic heartbeat of Manchester, transcending through the ether at 95.3 megahertz frequency modulation. Our transmissions emanate from the zenith of 1000 Elm Street. Venture into the heart of our creative realm at 119 Canal Street, where innovation and sound collide. We bear the imprimatur of Manchester Public Television Service in the venerable city of Manchester, New Hampshire, USA. today. Enrich your auditory journey with the depth of our licensed resonance. Dispatch your missives to WMNH953@gmail.com or traverse the virtual corridors of WMNHradio.org. Engage with our sonic vibrations by communing with us through the digital channels. Your radio beckons, eager to enthrall you with its mesmerizing cadence and envelop you in a symphony of boundless auditory wonder.
WMNH, rip the knob off.
You're listening to Matt Connarton Unleashed on WMNH 95.3.
They call me crazy, but